Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to try to clarify the answer to a question that keeps coming up a lot on this channel. It's something that I have spoken about in the past, but it's always been in the context of something else. And so today we're going to try to address this head on. And the question is this: if you are starting out in photography, you want to get involved in the industry, should you specialize in a single niche of photography? And I think that if you listen to all of the advice that gets given by professional photographers, the answer is yes. And I think that broadly speaking, I agree with this. I think that this is the correct answer, but I also think that the answer is not really that simple. And the reason that I'm saying that is because most of the professionals that are giving out this advice, they may be at that point now where they're shooting that one genre of photography, but most of them didn't start off that way. So if you try to do that in the beginning, I think you're going to run into some challenges. And also, a lot of these photographers live in big cities with massive populations. That drives huge markets, and also it drives constant demand for photography services. So I'm thinking about cities like London, New York, Paris, LA. Those sorts of cities have such a big population that if you're shooting in a niche, then there's going to be more volume in that niche. It just makes more sense. The more people there are, the more demand for that one specific thing. But this is not the reality for most people. And even in Sydney, where I live, this is a problem because the market here even is not deep enough. So if you try to specialize in just that one genre when you're first starting out, I feel that that's going to hold you back, and it's going to limit certain things. It's certainly going to limit your income, and it's going to also introduce inconsistency in your work schedule. You're going to have a lot of downtime. And those two things put together, I would say, it's probably the one reason why people give up. And so I think that the answer that is presented to us by other professionals can be a little bit confusing. So if you don't live in New York or in London, should you specialize in just one thing? Well, the thing is that you can specialize, but you can specialize in multiple things as long as they're represented separately. And what I mean by that is that you need to have a separate website for each genre, as well as separate socials, and preferably even a separate name. So for example, the bulk of my work is headshot photography. So if you go to my headshot photography website, that's all you're going to see. You're not going to see newborns or weddings or anything like that. All you're going to see is just headshots. But I've also got another website, which is for product and advertising. It's a completely different focus, and that doesn't talk about headshots. Let me put it to you this way. If you wanted to get a steak and you had the options of going to a steakhouse or a diner, which one would you choose? Obviously, you would go to the steakhouse because that's what they do. They're experts at it and they specialize in it. It's exactly the same thing with the perception that we're giving out to our clients. You want to be seen as a specialist because that's what clients trust. They trust you more when you're a specialist. Specifically, professional clients, which have the bigger budgets, they're always going to lean more towards the specialists. Bigger jobs have bigger budgets, and the way that you create trust is by presenting the work that you do in your website, by showing work that you do. Then the clients are going to see consistency. It's going to build up confidence in your ability to deliver something. And it also shows that you've done this in the past and you've got capability. With some of the bigger jobs and the bigger budgets, often you're going to be paid before you produce the images. So you need to build that trust. And by having work on your website that looks consistent and has your style, that gives them the confidence that they can expect to get work like the work that they've seen on your portfolio. Okay, so having said all that, how do you know what areas you need to specialize in? Well, in the beginning, you are going to have to shoot everything. I realize that's completely backwards to what I just said, but in the beginning, shoot everything. If people ask you, do you shoot weddings? Go and shoot a wedding. If people ask you, do you shoot family photography? Yeah, go shoot a family portrait, okay? That's normal, and I think that that's necessary. When you do this long enough, you're going to start to notice some patterns, okay? You are going to notice what it is that you like to shoot. You're going to notice the things that you're genuinely good at. And more importantly, you're going to start to notice what clients say about your work. And clients, they're not like your friends and family. They're not going to give you, compliments about everything that you do because they love you. Clients are not like that. Clients will give you absolutely honest feedback. If they don't like it, they will say something. And when you do this long enough, you'll start to pick up some things that you're better at. You'll make better work. You'll get more confident. You'll get more clients, and you'll be able to charge more. And the things that you're not very good at, those things are just going to fall away. And that's completely fine. I've shot weddings. I've shot family portraits. I didn't really enjoy it, and I can't say that it was my best work, but I kept at it, and the ones that I was good at, that's what remained, and that's why I enjoy shooting and what I'm good at. So the takeaway is this: yes, specialize, but in the beginning, you can specialize in multiple things. But you need to keep these things separate so that you present yourself as an expert in all of those niches. You need to keep busy, you need to keep getting better at what you do, and you need to make enough money to keep your business running. And eventually, if you do that, those niches, they're going to present themselves to you. When they do, lean into them and then own them. And if you ever get so much work that you are super busy just shooting one of those niches, and then you've got the option to maybe just shoot that one thing. But you're also going to have an established business behind you that's going to support that decision. Anyway, hopefully all of that made sense. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give the video a like. It makes a huge difference to me and to the channel. And if you've got any questions about anything that I covered here today, you can leave them in the comment section below, and I'll do my very best to help you. And if you want to see more of my content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You can do that by clicking the subscribe button and then also hitting the notification bell. That way YouTube will let you know when I upload my next video. But that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I want to thank you for watching. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.